Well, that's that over for another year. The joyous ritual of our annual pilgrimage to see Great Aunt Joyce. It's more like entering a mummy's tomb every time we go there.
But in my imagination, has it got cold in here?
Still, these would be a real godsend, won't they? A pair of gloves with 6 fingers in each hand. Trying to tell me I grew into them. What you gonna knit for me next time? A balaclava with 2 heads?
Yes. Well, if you ever get to that, Oh, for the love of my...
What is it? What's got...
Bloody mouse. Why did I even think it would be a good idea to say it needed repapering? I must want my head testing.
Can't understand it. But enough paste in this to sink a battleship.
Slapping it here, there, and everywhere like Charlie Drake in the Sistine Chapel. What are we going to do with this? Save it till we need a giant elastoplast? There are some of those refuse bags in the shed. You'd better bring half a dozen. If she has to spend another night here, I may have to kill her. I know.
Yes, well, she's a little upset this last week. I mean, you wouldn't like it if your flat was flooded and you had nowhere else to stay.
Jean! Jean! Oh, for a stick of dynamite. Jean! Has there been an earthquake? No, it's just pictures, papers, comes down. Here, hang on a second. Oh, what a shame after all the work he put into it this morning. Oh, is it so late already? Oh, those antihistamines are making me a bit dopey, I think. Yes. Anyway, you had a nice time over there. How was she? Yes, well, same as usual. Where have the curtains gone? Oh, yes, I took them down to the dry cleaners for you, and the ones in the front bedroom. Talk about long overdue for a wash. Did they come to take that picture back? Picture? The enlargement we had done at the photo shop that went horribly wrong. They said they'd pick it up about 4 o'clock. Oh, yes, I remember now, yes. No, they didn't. Unless it was them at the front door when I was in the bath. About 4 o'clock time. Oh, when I turned off the central heating, I didn't think it was helping Nikki's tummy bug. Wasn't it? No. According to my book, it's not very good for cockatiels. Too much hot air with no moisture. No. Quite good for drying out wallpaper, possibly, but not for his little tummy. Anyway, I'd better be getting on up now then. Take my face off. See you in the morning, Margaret. Night, Jean! Now she'll be in that bloody bathroom for an hour and a half, taking her face off. Bottle of hydrochloric acid, we could do it in 10 seconds.
There's a lot worse than her. You've just got to have a bit of patience.
It seems to be doing the trick then, does it?
What's that?
This, whatever it is that person does to your feet and that quack you've started going to in Banbury Crescent.
She's not a quack. It's called reflexology. It's a recognized science. She just stimulates different parts of your foot and it reduces all your anxiety and stress. And you come away ready to cope with life's little problems.
It'll never last.
You cocky little bastard! You know what you can do with it as well, don't you? I don't care! What about my bloody marigolds?
Morning. Just thought I'd get some of the filth out of these cupboards for you. Well, I don't suppose you get the time, do you? I mean, you couldn't hope to keep this place spotless, and I wouldn't expect it of you. I take it there's still no news, then, of when you could move back into your flat. Oh, no. Well, obviously they can't start pumping it out until the rains have let out. No.
Anytime you like, Betty. Whatever you like. Unbelievable. Do you see what he'd done?
Who?
That chimney sweep working number 12 across the road. He'd only stuck his van in our bloody front lawn. I'll give him nowhere else to park. Cocky bastard. He wasn't going to move it either if I hadn't threatened to let his tires down. Sweep his chimney for him next time he tries that lark. Ah. Is that this morning's local? Exclusive pics from MP's gay love nest. More rubbish they've dug up. Now then, where are we? I don't suppose for 1 second that they printed. Oh, success.
What? Is your letter in there, then?
Yes. Oh, can you believe this? Listen to this. On Monday night, I wrote to your paper complaining about supermarket trolleys and public lavatories. And was somewhat alarmed to find my letter signed Polly the Penguin of the Oswestry Park Bird Sanctuary. Well, elsewhere on the page was a report incorrectly stating that I've just laid a 5-pound egg for the first time in captivity. Greater accuracy by your proofreaders in future will be much appreciated.
Well, that's what she wrote, wasn't it?
Yes, that's what I wrote, but look what's underneath. Yours sincerely, Mildred Herring, 13 Bolsover House, Wenlock Street. I mean, I don't believe, how do they make these mistakes? Hey, who the hell's Mildred Herring?
I think she's the editor, isn't she? Yes, look. Up here. If you have any views about local matters, please send them to the editor, Victor Meldrew, 1911. Exactly the same thing.
Bloody paper. I mean, how do they make these mistakes? I don't know why I bought... Oh, what in the name of bloody hell?
Thing. The points are all rusty as... When did you last have a tetanus? Just stand there and don't panic. I think we've got some lint upstairs.
Don't panic. Just when I was beginning to relax a bit as well. Oh, if it's not one thing, it's another. She's up at that bloody hospital now, I suppose. Hang around there for 3 hours. You can't come down to breakfast without getting a spike up your... Oh, yes, how extremely side-splittingly funny. That's just about the level of your...
Morning, Mr. Meldrew. You need a bat?
No. Bit of a maze at the moment, isn't it? Just up here getting a tetanus booster. So, what about,
Oh, yes, fine, thank you, yes. I'm only in for an overnight, not before time. My foreskin's been on the waiting list nearly 3 years. Yeah. Terrible when you get stuck in a bottleneck like that.
beg your pardon?
I wasn't sorry to see the back of it, I don't mind saying. Actually, I'm glad I bumped into you, only we've got a bit of a do on at home tomorrow night. It's the annual meet-up of the Dixon of Dock Green Appreciation Society, and things can sometimes get a bit merry round about 9:30, so do feel free to bang on the wall, won't you? I'd hate to think we were causing a nuisance.
Ah, yes. Well, I'm sure it shouldn't do. Anyway, better see if I can find my way out now, I suppose, and good luck with the other.
Oh, thank you very much. See down the end where they've taken all the plaster off? Turn right then, you'll be out in the car park.
Well, that was as clear as mud. 2.5 hours and I still haven't the faintest idea what it was all about.
You can't beat a good mystery.
But I mean, who did it then, in the end?
The short, fat one with the ginger moustache.
How could it have been her? She fell out of a helicopter. helicopter halfway through going over Cheddar Gorge.
Ah, but you never saw her hit the ground, did you? That's where they were clever.
Half the characters didn't even work out who they were meant to be. And another thing. If that man who looked like David Dimbleby was supposed to know who the killer was, why did he arrange to meet him under a bridge at 3:30 in the morning? And who was that dwarf in the bowler hat that kept running through the woods in slow motion? Never did find out what that was all about.
It's only a story. Oh, are you going for another session with your reflexologist tomorrow in Banbury Crescent?
I was planning to, yes.
Only I wondered if you'd just pop by the flat for me and pick up a few clothes. I've written a list out here. There it is.
Yes, I expect so.
How exactly does it work again, this treatment? I was wondering if I ought to book myself a few sessions.
Well, there's nothing much to it, really. You just lie back and close your eyes and you go off into a kind of trance. Then she just manipulates different bits of your feet with her little finger. And then 20 minutes later, you come away and it's wonderful. Feeling all relaxed and diggity.
Why did those detectives ask David Dimbleby for his sperm?
To eliminate him from their inquiries.
Oh, I see.
The police can use sperm now as a way of fingerprinting people.
Don't see what was wrong with the old ink pads. They used to serve the purpose.
How's Nicky's tummy today? Did you take him up to the bird hospital?
Yes, they put him onto some antibiotic millet, which is supposed to be very good. This is nice. Not that I can taste it with my allergy, of course. It might be absolutely horrible. I'm sure it's really delicious.
So, whose head was that in the fridge? That never fitted into the plot either, as far as I could see.
That was her boyfriend, wasn't it?
So who killed him then?
Nobody. I thought he was supposed to have committed suicide.
What? And then stuck his own head in the fridge? Oh, how on earth are you meant to fathom these things out? I mean, you say it's just a story, but there's got to be some point to it all. I mean, you can't just have a lot of weird things all happening for no reason.
Why not?
Well, because otherwise nothing that happens would make any sense.
No. editor, I wonder if through your columns I might express my concern about several loose paving slabs outside the off-license in Gosport Terrace. Oh, yes, I agree with that one.
I wish I was the editor of that thing. The few letters I'd printed it straight away, I'll tell you.
Dear Mr. Meldrew, I was utterly appalled by your front page article this week, featuring photos of our local MP and his partner taken through a bedroom window. There is no justification for this blatant invasion of privacy. Oh, yes, a lot of letters about that one. Oh.
When you cleaned this cage out this morning,
Yes?
are you sure you closed the door properly?
Why, what are you... Oh, my God. Oh, Nicky! Nicky! Where is he? Oh, my God! I knew this would happen someday! Oh, where are you, Nicky?
Don't keep calm, Mrs. Warboys. We don't know Mrs. Warboys! No, Mrs. Warboys, I'm sorry, but no!
I just thought I saw something fluttering up
I am
there.
not climbing up another bloody tree just to bring down a piece of soggy white toilet paper. I mean, how can you get it up there anyway?
What if he's been eaten by a cat?
Well, at least you'll be in the dry. He's back indoors, and I feel like a drowned rat.
Key, Miss Meldrew?
This morning, you asked if you could borrow my key for the day so you could... I left it at the hall table for you to... Brilliant!
Margaret will be back soon.
Not for another hour, she won't. I must stay here to freeze to death.
Dear. It sounds like a right old to do, doesn't it? Anyway, now you're inside, you can get dried off and come inside and join in the fun. Everybody, this is Mr. Meldrew from next door and his friend Mrs. Warboys. They've been looking for their cockatiel and got locked out of the house, if you can believe such a thing. What do we say to them?
Evening, all.
Now, would either of you like a nice, strong drop of whiskey to warm yourselves up?
Oh, yes, that wouldn't go amiss. Thank you very much.
No, you have to say no thank you, sir, not while I'm on duty. So just part of the silliness. Mr. Christmas, would you pop through and put the kettle on again, will you? And now, Mr. Partridge and Mr. Gallimore, if you both like to budge up so that they can sit down. There we are. That's the ticket. Now, I don't know if you're into party games at all, but we were just in the middle of a bout of hangman, so do feel free to join in. Now, whose go? Well, it was yours, Mr. Gallimore, I think. Gee. No, I don't think he's going to make it, is he? Mr. Meldrew, you care to have a stab at it at all?
been until this hour? God, 9:20.
I'm ready for a bath.
That this evening's local. Don't expect they've printed that second correction yet.
I went for a drink with Meg after work. I did ring, but of course there was no answer. Can you believe it? All the time we've been out searching for you little terror. We've been climbing up trees and everything. Come along, let's get you upstairs.
My God! I feel as though I've been up the Amazon and back today. I do straight.
Oh, yes. The old tension coming on again, is it? I expect you need another session with your reflexologist in Banbury Crescent. Quite soothing, is it, the treatment you get up there?
Yes, why?
As you lie on a bed with your eyes closed, drifting into a trance. Quite soothing as she runs her little finger over your feet.
I told you, yes, why?
And you're quite sure, are you, that it's her little finger she's using?
Yes, of course. What do you mean?
Oh, just something I read in here. In this article on the growing problem of suburban prostitution. I wondered if this strikes a chord at all. An interview with bored housewife Vicky, 32, who entertains a wide variety of clients behind the lace curtains of her bungalow in Banbury Crescent. I get all kinds coming round, young and old. They all look normal, but you'd be surprised at the things they ask you to do. One bloke likes me walking across his back in high-heeled shoes. Another, elderly gent, pays me just to stroke the soles of his feet with my breasts. I suppose it takes all sorts. Just remind me, will you, how this all started in the first place?
Well, it was, Big Jeff in the chip shop. He said he went to this woman who had a magic touch with feet, and he got rid of all his stress and tension, and did I want a telephone number?
So, you went round and asked if she would do the same for you as she did for him.
Well, yes, I mean, I
don't know what to say. Come away all relaxed and tickety. 5 times you...
But, I mean, where did I get the idea that she was a reflexologist?
Where do you get any of your ideas, Victor? You tell me, because nobody would believe it, would they? That someone could lie there with a nipple between their toes and not even realize. But you talk about things making sense.
Well, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, she just... Oh! My punctures are giving me jip again. I suppose I'd better go and put some ointment on them. Look, Margaret,
Well, that's a happy ending, isn't it? After all. Wonder where it got to all that while. Suppose it'll just have to remain a mystery like a lot of the... Oh, excuse me.
Not getting any better then.
Sorry?
Your hay fever.
Oh, no, I'm fine with pollen. That's not the problem at all. It's the feathers that set me off.
Feathers?
Yes, I've always been cursed with that since I was a girl.
Then why on earth have you got a bird as a pet if you're allergic to feathers?
I really thought about it like that. The pleasure it gives me and the companionship are the important things. Well, I mean, you put up with all the misery, don't you? If it's something you love. You ready for a cup of tea?